It is time to make the sound to summon the stream. Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to my Pokemon Nuzlocke Marathon. Starting with Fire Red, then after that proceeding to Soul Sapphire, and then Soul Silver, Alpha Sapphire, and then finally Brilliant Diamond. Alright, as you can see, I have upgraded my visual assets for the day. Yeah, it's very early for me. So, let me see, is this working? Yes, okay. Wheel is working. I've got my badge counter set up near my face. Chat looks like it's working. I wanted to make sure the chat was set to live chat instead of top chat. There we go. Audio mix looks okay. Might benefit from being turned down very slightly. Hold on. I've actually got some audio options here I hadn't taken a look at yet. Okay. So, I actually have a separate slider here for fast forward volume, which is good because normally my fast forward sounds like this. But we can change the fast forward volume so it is not nearly so grating. So now it would sound like this. Oh, that is much better. Okay, perfect. Calm down, noob. We will get there. So last time, we had an incredible number of technical difficulties as I tried to use a save editor to give myself some rare candies. As you can see, however, I did manage to get it work. So, I do not know why this is the case, but I finally figured out how to fix it. The only thing I had to do was launch my emulator in administrator mode. Otherwise, it would not load the save. I have no idea why, but that was enough to fix it. So we do in fact now have all the rare candies. If you look at the description for this video, you will find that I have listed all of the rules I will be following for this Nuzlocke series. I am not going to read them all because it is basically an essay. I have been exhaustively thorough in explaining all of my rules and restrictions, as well as trying to account for corner cases. If you have any questions about my rules, you can check them down in the description. It will also contain an ongoing list of all the Pokemon that I am locked out of getting any more. So, with all of that said, I need one more reference open. Here we go. Just so I can reference the gym leaders. Alright, so let's get into this nice and properly. Last time we absolutely rushed through, and our current team consists of Pidgey the Spearow, Bulbasaur the Bulbasaur, Flutterbee the Butterfree, and Forearms the Graveler. I can probably handle my rival, because I do got Rock Throw, and I believe he opens with a bird. Yeah, of course I named the Spearow Pidgey. After all, we already lost, you know, Spearow the Pidgey. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's get into our first battle of the day. It is time to go up against Jackass. Come on, Jackass, let's roll. As I thought, he does open with Bird. I just hate that. Well, don't worry, because he's probably gonna die in some kind of tragic accident. And then we all lose, and we can all be happy about that. Perfect. Good work, Forearms. I believe in you. Alright. Charmander! Interesting choice. Honestly, we're probably better off just going for a Magnitude instead. There we go. Now, everybody, it is through no one's fault but my own that I have named to the Pokemon what they are named. It was 100% and exclusively my fault. All blame should only go to me. Alright, his Abra is so scared of me it's trying to teleport away. Oh, whoops. Now, I just opened up a nice Jolly Rancher to have. So, Misty's highest level Pokemon is level 21. So, unless I can't help it fighting the trainers, we will try to make sure no one goes above level 21 until we fight Misty. Which shouldn't be too much of a problem, honestly. Honestly, Rattatas and Raticates are genuinely going to be a severe threat later in the run. Alright, we have defeated Jackass. But, more importantly, there is a new route up ahead. And a new route means potentially a new Pokemon. Right, I should probably keep up my list of... There we go, okay. So, the ones we can't get are the Pidgey line, the Rattata line, the Spearow line, the Caterpie line, and the Geodude line. Those have all been acquired already, and are therefore locked out of the remainder of all the games from the Nuzlocke Out Marathon. But of course, first we have to get past the bridge. Pidgey, you're up. Luckily, Pidgey actually starts out with Peck, I believe. Get him, Pidgey! Good work, Pidgey. Weedle. I really should be carrying around a few antidotes. Nice. Good work, Pidgey. Oh, and you're running a Metapod. Okay. Are you running a Harden-only Metapod, or do you have a Metapod that actually has Tackle? I think you're running a Harden-only. Yep, okay, this is going to be a truly riveting battle against a foe of insurmountable strength and power. There we go. And I'm assuming Kakuna. Yep. Let's crush the Kakuna. Just go faster. Thank you. Hey Quill, do you do ZA? I have not have ZA yet. There we go. Hello, madam. Alright, you're running a Pidgey, and I am running a better Pidgey. Okay. That did do a lot of damage. But I should be fine to defeat you before I switch into Forearms. Oh. Actually, this looks safe, too. This should be fine. I'm in crit range, but I think this kills. Yes. Okay. Bellsprout. I don't think it's any more likely that a Bellsprout can kill me. Actually, Wrap might kill me. No, okay, we're fine. There, see? That's just how strong Pidgey is. You want this one dead? Not really. I can simply do the math. There we go. The odds have always been in my favor. Sandshrew. That one's actually going to be much worse. I have a bad feeling you just want to kill Pidgey. If I have any Pokemon I don't want to keep around, I'll just release them. I have no interest in just playing games with it. I make plenty of mistakes, but I don't throw away my Pokemon. Who's next? Ekans. Okay. Flutterby can handle this. Good tea. Wait, that's not tea, that's coffee. Okay, the fact I said, good tea means I clearly need another sip of this coffee. What kind of tea? So it's a special form of ground bean tea. Going to level 18 to 19 on all Mons would be better. Yes. Yes, it would. I'm going to make a point of not using the rare candies until I'm actually standing in front of the gym leaders ready to fight them. I think that there is an integrity to not just rare candying up and then steamrolling every trainer except gym leaders. Morning, Nugget Team 7. Welcome to the stream. Are you associated with the other 6 trainers of the Nugget Bridge? If I defeat you as well, can I get another prize? Will you let me join Team Rocket? I really wanted to join Team Rocket, but he won't let me. Wait, does that mean you work with Team Rocket? We might have someone from Team Rocket in chat. Who's up? Mankey. Okay. I am nervous about that thing's low kicks and whatnot. Or whatever the hell else it might have. Okay. Flutterby could be killed. Alright. We need Solar. Calculating. This thing makes me nervous. Oh my god, of course you use Leer. Oh, you little rat bastard monkey. I don't see a problem. That's because low kick crits hurt like hell. And Mankey does have surprisingly high attack for this point in the game. There we go. We should have it appropriately weakened to the point where even its best performance will not be a threat. I have lost Pokemon to this Mankey in Nuzlocke before. I know how dangerous it can be, especially with Fury Swipes. See, now imagine those Fury Swipes doing basically twice as much damage a hit, and I genuinely could have lost Bulbasaur right there if I hadn't done the Growls. I can assure you that there is a reason behind every action that I take. It's not always a good reason. It's not always the right reason. But I do very carefully consider my choices. It's simply that sometimes I am wrong or mistaken. Yes, I do want to join Team Rocket. Please let me join Team Rocket. Have any of you actually played original Gen 1 recently? I'm talking like straight on the original Game Boy versions. Try to count the number of trainers in those games who are holding whips. It's disturbingly high. It was clearly at a point where the general concept behind it was more that these are like, you know, dangerous, intense wild animals, and it truly takes, like, real effort to keep them under control, to make them do what you want them to. And it really is represented by the number of trainers who are holding whips. That includes all the Team Rocket grunts, and all the way up to Sabrina herself, who's also carrying a whip. You will notice that from Gen 2 on, basically all the whips in the series very quickly and mysteriously disappear. So I guess we can all just assume that there was a very brief period in the history of the Kanto region where whips were extremely fashionable. Good job, Flutterbee. Cool. $10, $11. Yep. See, Flutterbee was fine. I counted out the steps. Alright, now let's actually grab a few antidotes. We are going to need them. Okay, we're just gonna grab 5 antidotes. A couple paralyzed heals. 3 escape ropes. A few basic repels. How are we on Pokeballs? Oh, thank God I checked before we went into the grass. And finally, a couple super potions. Alright, we have burned through all of our money. Venusaur is a lettuce. It very well might be. Now let's get our Pokemon. There we go. So, yes, okay. So there's Route 24 and Route 25. So our next encounter is here on Route 24. Let's see if it's something we can use. Kind of hoping for an Oddish. Rattata! Alright. Well, we're still trying to get some levels on Pidgey. Holy crap, that hurt. Okay, Pidgey, leave this to Forearms. Oddish are friends. Holy crap, it has Hyper Fang. If that thing had done a Hyper Fang crit on Pidgey, it probably would have killed. Ekans, that's easy enough. Magnitude will make quick work of this. I always feel a little embarrassed when people ask me my favorite Pokemon, because it genuinely is just White Kyurem. And it always feels a little bit, like, dull to just tell people, oh yeah, my favorite is a powerful legendary. And not just a regular legendary, but a specific special form of a powerful legendary. It's like, yeah, no shit, we all have legendaries we like. But, God, I love the design of White Kyurem. It's so gorgeous. It and Mewtwo are actually the only two Pokemon I have any figures of. And it's literally just this little thing that came in a box of Pokemon cards I got years ago. That I bought specifically to get that thing. Alright, it's catch time. Oh! Okay, it's not an Oddish, but it is, in fact, a new Pokemon. Okay. Weedle. We can definitely use a Weedle. Well, so much for trying to find the sprite for Weedle. And that is Route 24 finished, so moving on. Okay, so I was actually trying to pull up the sprite there. Did I actually kill it in one hit? Or did I accidentally attack it twice? Did I accidentally attack it twice? I genuinely wasn't trying to, but I was looking at my other monitor grabbing the sprite. I'm really worried that I attacked it twice. Can someone confirm? But that's okay, because this is, in fact, another route. So let's try this again, but less stupidly. Okay, it's a Pidgey, and we are... Okay, I one-hit it. Okay, good. Okay. In fairness, I genuinely felt that a tackle from Forearms would not have been strong enough to hit it. No, his attack is way higher than I thought. I should have used Flutter Beast tackle, damn it. Alright, and this one is a Pidgey, which we are locked out of, so no encounters for Route 24 or 25. Hello, Sulmon, you are here just in time. I have just completely whiffed on another encounter and failed to find a catchable Pokemon on another route. So, yeah, things are not going the best right now. Alright, let's go, Solar. I genuinely thought it would be able to survive a tackle from Geodude. I truly believe that. As I said, I consider my decisions carefully, but I am sometimes simply wrong. It happens. Also, Solar is not going to be evolving yet. Well, actually... Okay, the big problem is I'm going to be up against a Starmie. Yeah, even if I'm learning Razor Leaf slower, it's probably still better to let Solar evolve. Oh, no, wait, Solar did evolve already. Right, because I somehow screwed up the cancel evolution, and I don't know how. Right, okay. I somehow literally forgot that Solar was already an Ivysaur. Oh boy, okay, I think I need something stronger than coffee this morning. Yeah, that's right! I pressed B like a lunatic! I held it up to the microphone, pressing B like a lunatic, and it somehow didn't work. That one made me angry. And by angry, I mean, whatever. At the end of the day, it's frickin' Pokemon. There's nothing here to get angry about. Okay, not bad. We have defeated youngster Joey. Hello. Alright, what do you have, youngster Dan? Slowpoke. Okay, that'll be great for some levels. Oh, dear God, it has confusion. But that's okay, because mine went Quills. Quills? Real talk, I swear that in the past year, my mental capacity has genuinely degraded by an amount that I find concerning. Like, I feel it. I feel my short-term memory not as good as I swear it was even 2 years ago. I feel words slip out of my mind more easily than they have during my life. And I genuinely mean that, like, not even as a joke. I am fully convinced that I have actually experienced a not significant, but a noticeable degrading in my mental capacity over the past year. I don't like that feeling. It scares me a little bit. But it's not something severe enough that I think it's indicative of a more major issue. What? Okay, I think my controller disconnected or something, because it is not advancing. Let me try resyncing my controller here. Either that or the game just froze and we have lost all progress I had today. Which would really upset me. Nope, okay, it was just the controller desyncing for a second. Still, a great reminder to save. Hey Quill, you might be dying. Of course I'm dying. The inevitable decay and loss of the abilities of the body is an inevitability. And I'm going to be turning 38 in just a couple of months. I'm at the point in life where it's completely reasonable to expect to start seeing some decline in mental capacity. Very minimal, however, but certainly I'm not going to be as sharp at any point in the rest of my life as I was in my 20s. I don't see any particular reason to fear it. Yet, I should say. I don't see any particular reason to fear it yet. I'm sure the time will come that it will terrify me. Boy, isn't this a fun stream, huh? We're just gonna sit here and talk about death, decay, the inevitable betrayal of our flesh as it slowly whittles away and counts down the moments of our lives, slowly diminishing our capacity until the day we can no longer move again. Ah, what a lovely topic. Whoops. Alright, let's go. Geodude. And Geodude. That is level 20. And Geodude. And a Machop. Let's give it to Flutterby. There we go. So, I don't want to get any more experience on Solar right now, since Misty's most powerful Pokemon is level 21. Hey, buddy. Alright, you've got a rat. Your rat scares me, so we're going to give this to Forearms. I believe that it is advantageous to talk about uncomfortable things, and for these conversations to be normalized. Not normalized in the sense of literally it doesn't matter and no one has to worry about this and no one needs to take this seriously, but in the sense of I think it should be appropriate to broach difficult topics in regular conversations more easily, and actually discuss them in mature and helpful ways. I think that that's something that our society could really benefit from. Or maybe it's just because I have a strong preference and I wish everybody could communicate more clearly in general. Alright, Pidgey, you can handle an Oddish. I believe that you can handle an Oddish. Good old Absorb, back when it only had base 20 power. Okay, question for the chat. It is time for a quiz. On the original Game Boy games, Pokemon Green, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Yellow, there were exactly, hey, fight every trainer. I don't need to. I don't need the experience. And frankly, I barely need the money, but I suppose it doesn't hurt either. Alright, so here's the question. In the original Game Boy Pokemon games, there were exactly 3 attacks in the game which were super effective against psychic types. Name one of those attacks, and the chat as a whole gets lots of bonus points if you can collectively name all 3 of those attacks. Twin Needle, that is in fact one of them. But can chat name the other 2? Don't be a scaredy cat. Just for having called me a scaredy cat, I'm leaving. The question is, what are the only 3 attacks from Generation 1 which are super effective against psychic types? Okay, so first we have to save the furry from his fursuit. There we go. I have a question for you. Leech Life. That is correct, Cole. Leech Life is the second attack from Gen 1 that is super effective against psychic types. There is one and only one more from Generation 1. Can chat figure it out? I want to be an ass and say Psychic. Nope, you're gonna have to go card game if you want Psychic to be weak to Psychic. Alright. It is time. This is where stuff actually gets kind of dangerous. What is the Pokemon that most people forgot about Gen 1? Do they count Pokemons wrong? You would have to clarify your question a bit more. Honestly, opening with Flutter Bee Stun Spore might be one of the best ways to handle Starmie. No, Mew is Pokemon number 151. Bro, the last move is stopped by YouTube's chat filter. Oh, really? It won't let you list it. In that case, you are probably right about it, because the third and final move from Gen 1, super effective against Psychic types, is Lick. Lick is one of 2 damage-dealing Ghost-type moves in Gen 1, but the other one is Nightshade, which has fixed damage, and therefore is not ever super effective. So the 3 super effective attacks in Gen 1 against Psychic types are Twin Needle, Leech Life, and Lick. And that is probably the reason Psychic types were so ridiculously overpowered, because all the moves super effective against them sucked. Alright, let's do this. Gen 1 has a Pokemon most people doesn't know exists. The only one I can think you might be referring to, Suleiman, would be Ho-Oh, which does actually appear early in... No, Psychic was not immune to Ghost, so... Oh, Missing No. Yeah, that's a good point. Missing No is a good one. So there is a lot of misconception about Psychic and Ghost's relationship in Gen 1. One of the more common beliefs is that Ghost is weak to Psychic. This is not true. Poison is weak to Psychic, but the only 3 Ghosts in Generation 1 are all Poison type as well. And so, as a result, any Psychic type attack against Ghastly Haunter or Gengar hits as super effective, leading to the misconception. Secondly, due to a coding error, it would display an incorrect damage message under certain circumstances. But Psychic was never immune to Ghost. As far as I know. I could be wrong about that. Anyway, enough talk. It is time for a gym leader. So all of our Pokemon are going to go up to level 21. That is the level of Misty's Starmie. Let's do this. Okay. Solar. Pidgey, it is time for you to grow more powerful. Pursuit. Actually super effective against, Starmie. Might be worth having. Catch more Pokemons. I can't. I have caught Pokemon, or tried to catch Pokemon, on all the routes available to me at this point. But more importantly, we have a Fearow. We now have Pidgey the Fearow. And that is a really significant boost in power. Forearms wants to learn Self-Destruct. Alright, bye Sulamon, thanks for stopping by. So, just in case, we are going to teach Forearms Self-Destruct. Because the day may come when we desperately need it. And here is our team. Look at those beautiful stats. Fearow, legitimately one of my favorites. Okay. Misty's Starmie. So, the big problem here is confusion. Hello, Eggy. Welcome to the stream. Confusion is the big thing I'm worried about here. Because unfortunately, Starmie in particular is actually pretty damn strong, and it will outspeed my whole team. Okay, here we go. Gym number 2. Hello, Misty. I always preferred her anime design to the design that's used here. So that would be her original Gen 1 design rather than this redesign. Misty was one of my first, like, crushes, along with Sailor Mercury. Okay, that's good. Best you can hope for is tanking it with your bug type and try to not get hit. Hello, Francisco! Welcome to the stream. Okay. Do I survive one confusion? Let's try not to bring up Pokemon ZA spoilers in chat. I legitimately don't care much for my... I don't want to have a negative impact on anyone else's experience. I think we just have to go for Vine Whip and hope for the best. Okay, you went Swift. That did not kill. Okay. Now it is in death range of a single Vine Whip, and we definitely survive another Swift. Okay. Starmie has been defeated. Which means that we have reached our second gym badge, and more importantly, we have learned Razor Leaf. There we go. All right. We have now earned the Cascade Badge. And now that we have the Cascade Badge, it is time to update my badge display. Because I did, in fact, create assets for this Nuzlocke. Yeah, I don't think it knew Confusion either. That honestly surprised me. I was genuinely kind of terrified of it having that. Okay, so our next location is going to be... unless this game is a tweak for the Nuzlocke, the game itself has not been modified. What are the Mons that are gone? So we lost a Pidgey and a Rattata. So we're actually going to be skipping a lot of trainers right now. And that is because Lieutenant Surge's highest level Pokemon is only level 24. So we really don't want to go much above level 24. Quite frankly, Forearms can basically just completely wipe him. So it's not much to worry about, but I also don't want to just steamroll in there with a bunch of, like, level 25 Pokemon, you know? Hello! My god, the innocent bystander has attacked me! Yes, Diglett is a virtual guarantee, assuming that, well, there's basically two situations where I don't get Diglett. The first situation is that I'm unlucky enough to run into one of the, like, level 30 Doug Trios, and then it basically wipes my team. And the other possibility is that I accidentally kill the Diglett, since it does in fact have pretty bad stats. Alright, let's just get this fight over with. Oh, we're disabled. Okay. Cool. Alright, we get Dig. And you know what? Let's put Forearms in front. We're also going to be able to get a Magikarp soon. So this is Route 5. This is a new route. We might get a new Pokemon. Let's actually put Flutterby in front. So it has to be one that we are not locked out of yet. Okay, Meowth! I have never had a Meowth or Persian on my Nuzlocke. Okay, that's actually really exciting. Oh god, it even comes knowing Bite. That's so good. Katasby? I want to let someone else name a, to name a Pokemon today. Cole and Noob, you've both named one already. Eggy, if you're here, would you like to name this one? Or Mystic Moth, Francisco, Nugget Team 7? Anybody else want to? Payday. Okay, Eggy is here and has selected the name. Mystic, you can name the next one. But this is going to be Payday the Meowth. And we'll be on the next route pretty soon. So hopefully you will get to name it quickly. You know what? Screw it. Just burn through my potions. Why not? There we go. Hello, small child. I will not give you a Nidoran. Whee! There. Hello. Alright, let's see what we find here on Route 6. Mystic, you might be up for naming a Pokemon right now, or you may have to wait for Diglett. You are going to have to wait for Diglett. It is another Pidgey, and we are locked out of Pidgey. So, since you are here right now, I am going to try and rush my way over to rush my way over to the Diglett Cave so that you can name something real quick. Noob, I'm locked out of Pidgeys. I can't add Pidgeys to the team. We caught a Pidgey, we lost a Pidgey. No more Pidgeys for the rest of the marathon. Not in this game, and not in any of the 3 games after. Pidgeys are permadead. There we go. Okay, that is scary. Raticates are very strong, and they have stab, quick attacks, and hyper fangs. Never, ever underestimate how dangerous a Raticate can be. There we go. All right, finished my coffee. And there we go. Alright, Mystic, would you like me to give you the Diglett to name? Or would you like me to try... Well, actually, I guess it's just that. So, Mystic, you get to pick the name for a Diglett. Because we are definitely going to capture a Diglett. Or, at the very least, I'm going to do my damnedest best to catch a Diglett. Or, would you like to name a Pokemon here on Route 11? You know what? Let's actually check Route 11, and we'll see if this is one you want to name. We might find a Drowsy here. Okay, a Drowsy. Mystic, new rule. You are going to be naming this Drowsy we just found. It is a horrifying monster from the depths of nightmare which eats the dreams of the living. It's going to be a friend. Oh, crap. I didn't add the sprite. Hold on. Alright, I've got 2 more sprites I need to add here. Meowth. Grab that one, and then we also need to grab a Drowsy. And I also need to grab a Fearow. Oh my god, I am 3 behind. What the hell have I been doing with my life? Okay, before we do this... Okay, the name is going to be Eepy Boy. So the first thing we are going to do is add a Meowth. Put him right here. The Spearow needs to be changed to a Fearow. Make you a little bit smaller. And finally, we need one more. There we go. And this one gets to be a Drowsy. Okay, there we go. Now we have the team updated. And this is going to be Eepy Boy. Eepy Boy the girl. Nice. Hello. There we go. And now... Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Now for the Diglets. Nil, you should name the next one yourself. Okay. I think that's a fun idea. Alright, here's the one I get to name myself. It is a level 21 Diglett. That is a surprisingly high level. Okay, it's going to try to dig at me. There we go, that should be weak enough. Diglett has been caught and will be the first Pokemon sent to the box. And this one I am going to call... You know what? I am going to inflict psychological damage on all of you. So I'm going to call this... Open Mouth. Now, you may think that that's a very strange name. Which it is. And you might wonder why I called it that. So, look at this sprite, and imagine that instead of that being its nose, that red part is actually just a wide open mouth. And this thing is coming to bite your legs. Say hello to Open Mouth the Diglett. I don't see it. It's admittedly a little forced. Okay. We're just going to rappel our way through here. I think I have enough to get the thing on the other side of the Diglett tunnel. Oh! Okay, this is what I was afraid of. Oh dear god, its Fury Swipes nearly killed me. Okay, okay, this is a problem. This thing is very powerful. It's not giving me the message for Arena Trap. So I don't think it's a matter of Arena Trap keeping me here. Oh, thank God. An unlucky Doug Trio can actually wipe a whole run. Whew. Use Repel. I did use Repel. The problem is Repel only stops encounters with Pokemon lower level than you. Wait, you're looking for an Abra. I do not have an Abra. Oh, right. You can't go through here without Cut. Crap. Okay. Well... then I guess back through the rock tunnel I go. Oh boy. I'm definitely going to have encounters, because there's just a lot of Pokemon in here that are at or higher than my level. But hopefully we can get through without another Doug Trio, because they are genuinely extremely dangerous. Again, remember, Lieutenant Surge's Raichu is level 24. So we're trying not to get anyone higher than level 24. Okay, we are fine. So we've got a couple more things to do in Vermilion before we head to the SSN. First things first. Yes, we need the old rod. So, Vermilion City. Every city is also its own location. And we haven't caught anything in Vermilion City. Make all Mons level 21. I will only use rare candies immediately before fighting gym leaders. But first we're going to get our encounter for Vermilion City. Which means that when rare candy time comes around, we will have a Gyarados. Alright. There we go. Sushi! Fish. Noob got in his suggestion first. So this is, in fact, going to be fish with 4 eyes. Cole, you can name the next one if we find another one today. Alright, Fish has joined the team. So, the next scary one is the rival battle. Oof. First we need to talk to this guy. There we go. I love that there's an option to manually adjust the volume when I fast forward. That is such a good feature. Alright, SSN time. I just want to come up with Mon's names. You'll have the chance, don't worry. Alright, it is a Gentleman Thomas. That is a fire type. Let's not fight the fire type. There we go. How are you? Oh, you've got pickup! Really? Oh, Payday might actually just randomly grab us some stuff. That's awesome. Alright, most of the fights on the SSN are not too scary. So I am going to try to get through them relatively quickly. Just so we can, you know, move on to stuff. Meowth is a great HM slave. Hello! Hello, Wigglytuff. Wait. Okay, apparently Wigglytuff is really into poop. Poop! Poo-poo! Alright, Wigglytuff, you just keep doing your thing then, I guess. Pidgey! Forearms, you're up. Persian is actually a fantastic Pokemon in Gen 1, simply because crit rate was tied to speed. So, a Persian using Slash is almost always going to crit. Nidoran, Flutterby, you are up. we have defeated youngster Tyler. Antidote time. Cool. Alright. If you run into Pidgey, just send out Pidgey. Exactly. Pidgey can handle any of the threats from Pidgeys. Hello. You know, that guy says he's on the trail of Team Rocket. Could that man perhaps be Looker in disguise? I mean, he's not, but, you know, it's fun to guess. Okay. I'm stealing your stuff. I'm a protagonist, so I have the legal right to all of your worldly possessions. If you don't like that, go screw yourself. Alright, Duncan has a seahorse. Solar, let's do this. Excellent. Shelter. There we go. Tentacool. A little bit tougher, but we still managed to beat him. You have a Shelter. Honestly, let's give Pidgey a chance. Okay, so Pidgey can't do that. Icicle Spear is a problem. Okay, this thing's actually kind of dangerous. I have not played Radical Red. Okay. This Shelter actually makes me pretty nervous, and Icicle Spear can be dangerous. Okay. I'm genuinely scared that an Icicle Spear could kill me. I think we just need to use Solar here again. Okay. I may actually just end up beating every single trainer here. Okay. Hello, sir. Horsey. What do you actually have? You've got Scratch, Growl, and Bite. Horsey... Let's let Pidgey handle this. Good work. How dare you bubble me? Alright, everybody, quick! What is the original TM that Misty gives you in Generation 1? Go, 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 go! This is a surprise quiz. Bubble Beam! That is correct. Tentacool. Okay. Flutterby. Why don't you take point? Go with your confusions. Ooh, Staryu. Okay. Staryu is dead. Perfect. We got the TM for Rest. That's pretty damn good. Alright, Fisherman. Solar, you are up. Shelter. Shelter scares me. Staryu. Solar is level 24. We don't want to get Solar any more levels. Okay, Machop. Pidgey can handle this. You know what I actually miss? I miss triple battles. I actually thought triple battles were really, really fun. And then they never came back again. If you ever want to have, like, a really good time, have a triple battle where both teams only have Pokemon using metronome. It's utter chaos, and it's really funny to see which moves are like unexpectedly just crazy good in that format. Okay, I think... Alright, we got a berry. And we got a berry. And we got a berry. I'm pretty sure no one here fights me. Wait a minute. The main course is... salmon? What the hell is a salmon? There are no salmon in this world. My God. This man has discovered some kind of a new Pokemon I've never heard of before. Salmon. What freakish meat is this man preparing? Honestly, I think I kind of just want to do... Oh, Payday got something. Payday found an Oranberry. Okay. Okay, an Oranberry, real talk, is actually pretty good to have? Like, holy crap, that's actually really good to have. I don't have any of my berries here. What the hell? It told me I was getting berries, and it's not giving me... Oh, here, okay, here's the berry pouch. Here we go. Level up Payday. No, noob, I am not giving any rare candies until our next fight is the gym leader. I was clear on how I'm playing this. Alright, here we go. So he's starting with Pidgeotto. We've got the Rock Throw. Rock Throw worked. Charmeleon. Magnitude takes him out. Kadabra. Okay, Kadabra. So Payday has Bite. But I'm pretty sure Bite is special in this generation. So I'm going to be better off with something that can hit this Kadabra with a physical attack. Let's go for Pidgey. Okay, I do survive... How much can we hurt you? Please kill it. Damn it. Okay, I'm in crit range. I'm still faster than it, though. I think Peck kills here. Yes, it does. And your last one... Okay, that's actually kind of scary. Eradicate. Forearms lives this. Hey, Brend, welcome to the stream. We are having a great time here today. we'll be having an even better time if we can... Oh, God, that's a magnitude 9. This Raticate... You know, I guess the theory is true. We really did murder his Raticate. Because it is definitely not surviving magnitude 9. Alright, not bad. I only see 2 arms on your Geodude. Oh, yeah, that's actually an optical illusion. Alright, this game teaches you that if you want to advance in life, the correct thing to do is to run up to vomiting old men and rub their backs for them. Alright, we've got a few more encounters we can have on this boat. Forearms is already at level 23. Honestly, it's probably best to just go to the gym. Yeah, we're gonna be done with the Anne for now. We're still gonna get... I mean, we're gonna use rare candies for our experience, so we don't need to worry too much about proper grinding. Grab Diglett just in case. That is a really, really good idea. TM case. Okay, cut. Which we are going to put on to you. Okay. Eepy is going to go there. Cole is making a reference that the captain can be associated with Jeffrey Epstein. Renowned and established pedophile. Because he's having young kids rubbing his back. Alright, let's do this. Forearms. Okay, magnitude. Magnitude. Even if he goes above 24, we're just gonna be burning through this stuff with forearms here. Oh, crap. Okay, Solar! Let's go. Razor Leaf, just because we can. There we go. Okay. All Pokemon trainers in the gym have been beaten. The next trainer is going to be Gym Leader Lieutenant Surge. So, it is time to take every Pokemon up to max level, which is 24 for the time being. Alright, next, Pidgey. Next, Flutterby. Knowing Whirlwind, which might actually be useful. It's better than Tackle. Okay, and then Open Mouth. There we go. And we'll go get my Pokemon in the PC up to level 24 as well. Okay. So, I'm going to put Flutterbee in the box. And we're going to put Solar in the box right now as well. So, Fish is going to come with me. Give me a second while I update my list of Pokemon here. We're going to need a Diglett sprite. We are going to need a Gyarados sprite. Okay. So, we've currently got Solar, Butterfree is out, so we can swap that with what is about to be a Gyarados. And then Solar can also be swapped with a Diglett. Okay. So there we go. That is accurate. That Diglett sprite is a little bit janky, isn't it? Alright, rare candy time. Eepy Boy, you are going up to 24. First, you're going to learn Headbutt, which is nice, better than Pound. Poison Gas, I don't care about Poison Gas. Okay, next, Fish. There we go. Behold the mighty power of the Fish. Yes, I have boxed the starter. Don't worry, he'll come out. Alright, Fish has learned Bite. Okay. All of my Pokemon are now level 24. Let's go win this fight. Alright, chat, we are going to play a game. You guys are going to solve Lieutenant Surge's puzzle. You never box the starter. I beg to differ. Alright, we're going to play a game. Chat, you guys have to tell me the coordinates of which trash can you want me to check. So, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going across the top. It's A, B, C going from top to bottom. Or just by number, yeah. 7th, so this would be 7th. It was not the 7th. So give me a coordinate or give me a number. Come on, chat, I believe in you. You can work through this riddle. I trust in you. Only together can we solve this. 10th. Nope, not the 10th. Will we ever find our way through this? Lieutenant Surge sucks at puzzles. 8. Okay. Nope, nothing in 8. I fear no one else is playing Noob. We're going to have to actually start looking through them manually, I think. 1. Okay. Alright. You were correct. Can number 1 had the first switch. I'm actually going to drop a save state. Just so we can easily find that second switch. Now it's either 2 or 6. Alright, we'll check number 2. You were completely correct. Alright, it is time for the battle against Lieutenant Surge. The man who fought in the Pokemon War that we will never, ever, ever, ever get any more information about. Okay, a Screech is actually pretty bad. Pikachu? Okay, Pikachu is double teaming. Raichu is also double teaming. And Lieutenant Surge has been defeated. We have earned the Thunder Badge. And it is time for Forearms to achieve, unfortunately, the last form they will have for the rest of the run. All right. Congratulations, you have become a Graveler. Update team. Yep, I was on top it this time. Alright, not bad at all. We got Shockwave, which is actually a really, really good move. So let's take a look here. Celadon City's Gym. Erica's Vileplume and Victory Bell are both level 29. And we also need to update our badges. So let's go badge 3. There we go. Okay. Let's keep on going. Yep, only level 29. Oh, whoops. Nope, don't need to open... Oh god, no, my thing disappeared. Okay. Did you enjoy that? For a second there, I was trying out this new trick, where I can just make my face disappear at will. It's very spooky. Okay. I have 20,000 money. That's a lot of money. We're just gonna buy 10 Super Potions. Even if you assume that these prices correlate to yen, 200 yen for a device that is capable of capturing and holding a living creature and then transferring it into a digital form is absolutely insane. Alright, now let's go get Flash. I need to learn how to flash people. It's the only way to proceed. I'm probably better off with Pidgey in front. I believe that will exclude all encounters except for Dugtrio. And Pidgey does have the best chance of running away from and avoiding the attacks of Dugtrio. I could go without Flash. I choose not to. I think this guy gives you the thing for having at least 10, or is it for 30? No, okay, it is for 10. Perfect. Yes, I have caught... There we go. And I believe Eepy Boy is able to learn that. Come on, Eepy Boy. You can forget Disable, sure. That'll be fine. Alright. I think we can hit by pewter to pick up a few more repels. There's a paralyze heal. At some point in the late game, I'll actually check a map for all hidden items across the entire game, and I will go out on my own time in between episodes and grab all the hidden items that are actually going to be useful for the Elite Fours. So we're talking like PP items, rare candies, well, I guess not rare candies, but mostly PP items. It's very important that when we eventually get to the Elite Four, that we go in with our bladders as full as possible. Cool. And sell off the nugget. Alright. It is time to head to some new locations and potentially get some new Pokemon. So again, the new cap is level 29. Erica is not going to be much to worry about. But we have a lot of routes to pass through before we get there. Okay, moving on. Pidgey can sweep. I agree. Let's try to avoid all the people here. No need to fight. Do 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 do. Alright, let's go grab our starter again. Oh! Actually, hold on. Water Pulse for Fish. Nice. Fish will actually be pretty fun to start this with. We now only need a fire type for the water, fire, grass core. Cool. Alright, who do we want to put into the box? Who is being banished to the box? Diglett is being banished to the box, and Solar is coming back out. So let's update the list. Diglett, 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 Diglett. Change you to my Solar. Oh, no. Ivysaur. Ivysaur. There we go. Okay. There we go. Are you guys enjoying the assets I'm using for this video? I did try my best to make sure that it would be visually interesting, more so than many of my other videos, especially since this is going to be like an ongoing stream series for probably the next few months. Alright, let's do this. Whee! I've been wondering if I should change the hat that I'm wearing as I go to different generations. But then I remembered something that apparently the Pokemon show didn't remember. Which is that this is actually an incredibly important collector's hat that Ash really deeply cares about and has emotional connection to. And probably wouldn't just casually swap out in every goddamn place he travels to. Damn it, Ash. Care about your stuff. Alright, there's a Peck. Bellsprout. Oddish. Bellsprout. Yeah, that's right. I remember completely unimportant plot points from episodes of shows I watched 25 years ago. Okay, Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace, real talk. Ooh, Payday could learn that. I'm going to hold off on learning that right now. That's an extremely good, extremely important move. And I want to make sure I get it on somebody who's going to be able to make use of it. Like, very effectively. Teach it. Not yet. Come on, Fish. Good job, Fish. Isn't it Infinite TM? No. I think, honestly, the best change the Pokemon series ever did was going for Infinite TM starting in Gen 5. Because it actually let you, like, try so many more kinds of strategies and moves than ever before. When TMs are limited, you don't want to just take any random Pokemon you get and throw a bunch of moves on them and see how they play. And I hate that. I really do. Also, I believe this is our first Pokemon on this route. But it is a Spearow, which we cannot catch, so we are leaving. And... oh, Payday got another item. What the hell? You can get TMs from pickup? What the hell do you mean you can get TMs from pickup? Oh. 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 Okay, hold on, hold on. Do I have access to a hidden move calculator? Pokemon Fire Red. Okay, I would have to know their exact IVs. Okay. I can probably use the hex editor in order to view which Pokemon have what hidden powers. Hex Maniac tells you that. Where is she? Where is the Hex Maniac who tells you that? Because I am genuinely curious right now. Yeah, we are going to go ahead and actually close this real quick, just because I am genuinely curious. Okay. So let's go with my monitor display here. It's not going to crash like last time. I swear it's not going to crash like last time, because now I actually know how to avoid this. But we are going to take a look here. Let's actually have it check my files over here. And Game Boy emulators, Pokemon Fire Red save file. Here we go. Okay. Is there a way that I can check? Okay. So Butterfree has a hidden power grass with a power of 52. Diglett's is steel, which would actually be really cool, but has power of 36. Gyarados is bug at 45. Meowth is fire at 50. Graveler is water at 40. Drowsy is fire at 59. Ooh. Okay. Fearow is water at 64? That's really good. And then... Ivysaur is ice at 61? Ooh, okay. Chat, I need you to decide. Are we going to get a base 61 power ice hidden power on Ivysaur? Are we going to go for water hidden power, base power 64 on Fearow? Which one do you guys think should get the hidden power? Water on Fearow or ice on Ivysaur? Because both of those are really, really good options. Mystic says ice. And turn off the monitor display. Let's go back in. Cole also says Ivysaur. I do think ice on Ivysaur is amazing. Also, yes, you see how I can actually load these things up without any problems now. I am of a mind as well that the best thing to do with this is ice on Ivysaur. But before we continue, before we teach it that, I'm going to head to the bathroom real quick. So, yeah. I'll just slowly head out here. Don't mind me. Do 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 do. Boop, ba 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 boop. Alright, I am back, and it is time to continue. So, I guess Hidden Power is going to go to Bulbasaur, who's actually going to have an Ice-type attack, which is really good and really powerful. It also means I'm going to have some early game access to anti-dragon power. Yes, Cole, you do get to name the next encounter. So hopefully we'll run into a Zubat. Alright. Ooh, I do have Brick Break. We're gonna hold off on that one as well. Oh, okay, Pikachu. No. No, 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 no. Oh, oh, oh. Fish got Dragon Rage. Fish got Dragon Rage. Fish can now officially two-hit KO basically everything at this point in the entire game. Alright, Rock Tunnel. Cole, it's up to you. It's time to pray. Oh, that is so much better. Alright, Cole, you get to name this Zubat. Okay, at level 16... I didn't trust Dragon Rage not to kill. And the name we are going with is Killabat. Alright, Killabat has joined the party. Alright. I think I actually want to hold off on Fish for now. If they hit level 29 early, I basically won't be able to use them much, and I really want to be able to keep using them. By the way, I'd like to read this funny line I found while I was on the bathroom. From Reddit, from the History Meme subreddit, from user Spiritual Package 3797. English doesn't borrow words. It follows other languages down dark alleyways, thumps them over the head, and roots around in their pockets for spare vocabulary. And that is hilarious because that is basically what the English language does. Okay, Pokemaniac Ashton. That thing actually soaked a Razor Leaf. I'm impressed. Do you know the way? Do you know the way, my brother? Why, yes, I do. I do know the way. Alright, good job, Solar. Repel wore off. That's fine, we'll just do it again. We found a revive. That is useless. Oddish! Hidden power time! Because my hidden power is ice. My god, that's fun. Ooh, okay. You actually paralyzed me. How dare you? Drop a super potion, and let's keep going. Hello, sir. You are a Charmander. Forearms. Would you mind handling this situation, please? Thank you. Cubone. You know what? I could use a little bit of money. There. That's a little bit of money. Woohoo! Money! We picked up $120. Payday is not holding any more items yet. Cole, which was the last one that you named? I don't know if it's your turn or Mystic's yet. Mystic named Eepy Boy. I named the Diglett. Oh, right, you named the Magikarp. So, I think it's actually Mystic's turn to name the next Pokemon. So, Mystic, if you are around when we capture the next Pokemon, that'll be your pick. There we go. Yeah, Solar's doing pretty solid work. Solar's actually doing so good that I think I need to start using someone else. Okay. Swapping. Oh, Payday found something. Payday found a freaking nugget? Oh my god, Pickup is freaking busted in this generation. I had no idea. That's insane. Holy crap, Payday is absolutely paying off. That is nuts. Yeah, let's just do 2 Dragon Rages. Okay, Dragon Rage disabled, then Water Pulse. Water Pulse. Water Pulse. Water Pulse. Water Pulse. I am a hero. Hello. Water Pulse. Water Pulse. Water Pulse! Take that, Dudley, you jackass. You thought you could beat me? You are a failure of the highest order, Dudley. Go back to Canada and go back to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, where you shall try to defeat Snidely Whiplash. Ooh, Rock Slide. Yeah, I'll take a Rock Slide. Sure, why not? Dragon Rage! Dragon Rage! Nope, not South Park. That is a reference to an old show called Dudley Do Right. Which actually got a live-action film in the early 2000s, I believe, with Brendan Fraser. I could be wrong about that, though. I forget who played Snidely Whiplash in that one, but they did a fantastic job. But there's a fantastic scene in that movie where the villain Snidely Whiplash robs a bank, but he does it with a crew of like 100 people. So there's like an exterior shot where there's just like a whole bunch of robbers like, trying to get into the door. And he threatens the bank teller. He's like, give us the money or we'll shoot you. The teller's like, all of you? He's like, all of us! It was really dumb. I loved it. Nice, fun humor. Life is fun. Oh, Pearl. Alright, that's even more money. Bite. 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 Poor Gyarados over here is very quickly running out of options for fighting, well, anybody. And Payday grabbed something else. Payday got a Chesto Berry. See, now that's more in line with the sort of stuff I was expecting to get off of pickup. Okay, we have survived the rock tunnel. We have reached Lavender Town. Alright, Mystic. Do you want a Pokemon... do you want me to try to get a Pokemon here in the Lavender Town Tower? Out on Route 8? Or... I don't know if there's any grass I can access out here on Route 12. So do you want Route 8 or do you want the tower? Ghost Pokemon? Yep. You may get to name a ghost Pokemon. Interested? Okay. I know we have a rival battle here, but I'm pretty sure we can get an encounter on this floor before we go any further up the tower. Oh, right, self-scope. Right. No, you're absolutely right. Okay, yeah. We need to get out of this tower before we ruin it. Oh god, I nearly lost the tower encounter. Holy crap, that would have been so depressing. Hey buddy, you wanna fight? Water Pulse. Water Pulse. Alright, Mystic. You might get to name a Pokemon. It's an Ekans. Okay. Okay, we got an Ekans. It should survive a Dragon Rage. Alright, Mystic, what is the name of our new friendly snake? Danger Noodle. Okay, so we're gonna have to be creative to fit all this. Danger Noodle. There we go. Say hello to Danger Noodle. Okay, moving on. Hello. You have a Voltorb. That's adorable. You no longer have a Voltorb. Problem solved. Coughing. Okay. Hey, Pidgey, you want to handle this? Nice. Burn my last antidote. Okay, moving on. Next area. Underground path. Okay, next route. Noob, if you're still here, I believe it is your turn on this route. Route 7. Let's see if you get to name something. It is a Pidgey, no encounter on this route. However, I can use gift Pokemon, so I can get the Eevee as the encounter for Celadon City. Okay, we got some tea, so we now have access to Lavender Town, which means we have access to the TM for Psychic. And the Dratini? Wait. What do you mean the Dratini? Oh, yeah, there is also the game corner. Okay. So, we could get an Eevee here. Or we can get something from the game corner. Should I open up a poll, or should I throw all of the available Pokemon in Celadon City onto a wheel, and then spin the wheel, and let the wheel decide our fate? I have to say, honestly, I think loading up the wheel might be fun, and I believe I can just edit my save to have a bunch of coins. I don't know if a poll is a great, though. There's only... How many viewers do I even have right now? It says 3 concurrent viewers. That's not much of a poll. Okay. I need to talk... Who is it I talked to get the coin case? Yeah, I kind of think doing it by wheel would be really fun. We've got more people saying poll, though. Yeah. But I don't know if we have enough people to meaningfully do it as a... Yeah... So, Noob, you are next up to name a Pokemon. So, we could get Eevee, Abra, Clefairy, Dratini, Scyther, or Porygon in Celadon City. And I'm pretty sure I can just edit the save in order to give myself the coins that I need to afford any of these. So... the question is, do we open up a poll for Eevee, Abra, Clefairy, Dratini, Scyther, and Porygon and let chat decide? Or do I create a wheel, throw all the available Pokemon on the wheel, and let fate determine? You want the dragon? But do you want a poll or a wheel? I name, so I choose. You don't choose what we get, you just get to choose the name. So, but I will let you pick poll or wheel. I will say this, however. If the poll cannot come up with an answer, then we will do the wheel. Wheel? Okay, Noob, you're good for the wheel? Okay. So give me a second here. So, Eevee... Abra... Clefairy... Porygon... Dratini, Scyther, okay. I feel like I'm missing one. Abraclefairy, Dratini, Scyther, Porygon. Abraclefairy, Dratini, Scyther, Porygon, and Eevee. Okay. Alright, everybody. This is where we decide it. This is where we determine which Pokemon we are getting for Celadon City. Best of luck to all of you. And Cole, you will get to name it. Okay. It is going to be Eevee. Okay, Eevee, and you want to name it Avatar. But what are we going to do with our Eevee? That is the question. So I think it's only fair that we let the wheel decide that as well. So let's see what this Eevee is going to become. My dear viewers, it is time to determine the fate of Eevee. And it is going to be a Vaporeon. Well, that is unfortunate. Redo? Okay. I wonder what our Eevee's going to be. I wonder what our Eevee is going to be. I wonder what our Eevee is going to be. I wonder what our Eevee is going to be. Jolteon? Are we happy with Jolteon? Or should we just get a Flareon, since it is true that there isn't going to be very many fire types? Or should we obey the wheel result that we got on, like, the 4th or 5th attempt? Flareon, Flareon, Flareon. Yeah, I agree. Noob, do you still want to go with the name Avatar? Or do you want to change that knowing it's going to be a Flareon? You get to decide. No, seriously, did you rig the wheel? No, I did not. Unless there is some kind of a setting there that I am not aware of. In fact, if we turn off the cropping on this, here we go. This is just going to be the easier way to do it. In fact, if you take a look at this, you can see that the weighting on it is completely even. As far as I know, there isn't really a way to manipulate that. Well, there probably is. I'm sure there is. Okay, back to regular display. Turn off the wheel. Paste the transform. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Amaterasu. Correct it spelling. Okay, hold on. Amaterasu. Okay. So it's it's A-M-A Amaterasu T-E-R-A-S-U. Amaterasu. Okay. There we go. Alright. We have an Eevee. Are you working? Yeah, you're working. Okay. So we can basically just go right to the gym at this point. What is the level of Koga? So Erica's levels are maxed out at 29. Koga maxes out at 43, and so does Sabrina. So we can definitely go and hit Erica now. Let's go get Dodrio. Cole, when you get your mind stuck on a Pokemon, I didn't grab the bike. I didn't grab a bike. Okay, so Route 16, we're actually going to save Route 16. Do you have the stone? Not yet. We are going to skip the encounter here, and we're going to save Route 16 for Snorlax. We can head back to Celadon real quick and get Fly. There we go. Fly for Pidgey. There we go. Alright, we will stop by Fuchsia City. Just in order to try and see if we can get a Dodrio down there. So we're going to put Forearms in front because we are about to be up against some significantly tougher opponents. Hold on. Forearms, level 26. I'll give up rights for the tower if it means the burb. Okay. Oh, right. We actually can't access that right now. Okay, we can't go down. We cannot access it at this time. Yeah, alright. So, gym it is. Yeah, when Cole fixates on a Pokemon, they really fixate on a Pokemon. This is something I've observed from them. Alright, let's do this. Favorite non-starter bird. So what is your favorite starter bird? Oh, I know plenty about hyperfixations, believe me. Favorite starter... yeah, Rowlet. That makes sense. So, this is kind of an absolute ass-beating, isn't it? Oh my god. Oh, this gym is getting annihilated. Oh god. Oh no. Skarmory is actually my favorite bird. So, real story. I will tell you the story of how I went from being someone who played Pokemon to someone who loved and lived Pokemon. Pokemon Gen 2 is where they introduced breeding. So you had baby Pokemon, you had the first held items, you had the first egg moves. I loved Skarmory, but Skarmory really didn't learn any especially good flying type moves, and that really bothered me. But through checking my various sources, I learned that Skarmory could in fact learn Drill Peck as an egg move. And so the very first Pokemon I ever bred for the purposes of it learning an egg move was actually a Skarmory, whose father was a Fearow that knew Drill Peck. So I could have a Skarmory that knew Drill Peck. And that was the first time that I truly dug deep into, like, the mechanics of Pokemon. That was the point that turned me from, you know, a kid with all the competency of Ash Ketchum into someone who actually, like, cared and made real efforts to understand the game at a deeper level. Okay, so unfortunately Pidgey is kind of hurt, which is a problem. Alright, we're on to Vileplume. That's going to be fine. Honestly, let's go to Bulbasaur and see if we can't do something good with its Ice move. Whoa, that hurt a lot more than I thought it would. Okay. Vileplume might actually be a real threat. What is my favorite non-legend? That's actually a very, very difficult question, and I'm genuinely not entirely sure. There really isn't just like one Pokemon that I've consistently fixated on consistently across years and generations. Darmanitan was my favorite for Gen 5. I know that. Beyond that... Oh god, I never even used my rare candies! I went into this without ever touching my rare candies. Okay, well, we're gonna go back to the Pokemon Center and we're going to use the candies. But anyway, that is Bad 4, so we will update the Rainbow Badge. Favorite for each gen. See, that's the thing. I genuinely don't know. Alright, I can throw out some of my favorites for each gen. I will name one Pokemon for gen that I truly love. This is not necessarily going to be a list of my favorites, but these are all going to be, like, within my top 10 of each generation. So, for Gen 1, For Gen 1, we have to go Gengar. For Gen 2... For Gen 2... Honestly, Misdreavus. Yeah. Misdreavus for Gen 2. For Gen 3... Okay, bring everybody up to level 29. For Gen 3... I think I'll stick with Bite over Feint Attack. For Gen 3... Probably Metagross. For Gen 4... Well, there's a Persian. I have to make sure I update my list here. For Gen 4... That is a tough one. Staraptor. Staraptor's definitely in my top 10 for Gen... yeah, for Gen 4. For Gen 5, as I said, Darmanitan, Hydreigon is another one I really love. There is our Hypno. Gen 6, Aegislash. And that one is actually top of the list for Gen 6. Aegislash. Just absolutely 100% Aegislash. And update this one to a Hypno. Move this source below everybody else. There we go. Okay. For Gen 7, I mean, I basically skipped Gen 7, so I really don't have any, like, any nostalgic connection to any of the Gen 7 Pokemon. So I'm just gonna skip Gen 7 altogether. Gen 8. I really don't know for Gen 8. Okay. Give me a moment real quick. We're going to bring every single Pokemon we own up to level 29. Gen 8. Gen 8. That's a tough one. I really don't know. I really don't know for Gen 8 and Gen 9. I've had so much fun with all of them. Alright, I'm going to look up the Flareon level up and... what are... Okay, Fire Red, Leaf Green learns Ember at 16. Fire Spin 36, Bite. Is there any advantage to leaving it in Eevee for a while? It actually gets Baton Pass at 36. Okay, hold on. Baton Pass at 36. What does it actually learn that it can boost itself with? Double Team? Yes. Substitute? Okay, it's absolutely not worth waiting on them. So let's just go get our Firestone right now. Nope, can't learn Swords Dance. I checked. Alright, which floor... So it's either going to be floor 2 or floor 4, probably. Yep, we're definitely evolving it right now. Roar, Hyper Beam, Dig, Brick Break, Secret Power, Attract. Super Potions, we'll buy 10 of those. We'll buy a bunch of Great Balls. We'll buy a bunch of Antidotes. We'll buy a bunch of Super Repels. Buy a few Ice Heals, a few Burn Heals. Doesn't get Self-Destruct. No, it doesn't. And some Paralyze Heals. Okay. Nice. And I know I haven't updated the team very much yet. That's because I don't have the team I'm going to be going into the next area with yet. Once I have it set, I'll go ahead and do the updating. Alright, there is the Firestone. So we'll go ahead and use that right away. Sword Dance, no. Not according to the list I'm looking at. Alright, sell that. Sell the Revive. Sell the Nugget. Sell the Star Piece. At this point, I don't think there's anywhere else in the game I can catch something that evolves with a Moonstone. Doesn't let me sell it anyway. Okay. Alright, so now that that's done, we will continue with our rare candying. It's so nice of them to give you an Eevee at a level that's too high to learn its first elemental attack. Alright. Alright, again, everybody's going up to level 29, the same level as Erica's strongest Pokemon. Glare is pretty good. Okay, we got an Arbok. Screech. Sure, you can have Screech instead of that. And... there we go, Golbat. Confuse Ray is better than Supersonic. Come on. Gust. Yes, Gust is decent. And finally, Open Mouth. Sure, you can learn Mud Slap. Mud Slap can be pretty strong. We also now have a Doug Trio, which knows Sand Tomb, which I'll take over Fury Swipes. Yeah, that's the Arbok that was named by Mystic. Okay. So we are going into the Team Rocket hideout. So who do I want to take into the Rocket hideout? I don't want to take Danger Noodle. There we go. And lastly, Amaterasu can stay here, and instead we will take Eepy Boy. Yes, I think this is fine. No, Fish does not have a setup move at this point. Okay. So let me go ahead and adjust my team here. Okay. Let me rename a few of these sources real quick. We are going to call them Slot 1, Slot 2, Slot 3, Slot 4, Slot 5, and Slot 6. No, I'm not adding Ivysaur. I'm going up against a lot of ground types. So we're just going to go with this team for right now. Okay. So just give me a minute while I make my adjustments here. We're not going to always have these match the exact team order. But we are at least going to make sure we've got all the proper Pokemon. Okay, Doug Trio. Very good. Slot number 3 is Flutterby. There we go. Slot number 4 is Graveler, which I already have. Slot number 5 is Payday, which is still right, and slot number 6 is Eepy Boy, which is still correct. Ivysaur is half grass and has Ice type. Yes, I am aware of that. It's not just the grounds, it's all the poison types. Look, we've got stuff here that can handle poison types just fine. There is one more thing I want to do. Yeah, I think I had said that there's a bunch of ground types in there. I had meant to say poison types. I think I said ground because I was thinking what was strong against poison. Yes, I know. We're going with the team we have now. That's just the way it's gonna be. But first, let's make Eepy Boy a bit more powerful. Eepy Boy! Hell yeah. Alright. And I need to remember to keep a close eye on Payday, because Payday can keep picking things up. Never mind, Payday doesn't pick things up anymore. Okay, yeah, whatever. Rocket hideout time. Hello. Psychic. I think now is... a good time to switch around my moves. Magnetoad is definitely better. Gust gets stabbed, so it's still a bit better. Graveler. Self-destruct should absolutely only be at the end of that list. And then for you... just like that. Alright. Let's do this! So, remember, the next gym leader... Whoop. The next gym leaders, both Koga and Sabrina, their strongest Pokemon are level 43. So we have a lot of free space for leveling ourselves up. Nice. We should be perfectly fine. We are at the point in the game where rare candying up to these levels puts us way ahead of what our opponents are actually able to field at this point. So, yeah, we really do not need to worry for a while. No, the next cap is going... We're not going to go by Giovanni. We are going to go only by gym leaders. Not for any kind of, like, moral or ethical concern, but simply because otherwise I'd have to open up another tab to look at Giovanni's team. And I'm just feeling lazy at this point. We are coming up on the 3-hour mark for the stream. So I'm going to go until about... Let's see, I'm going to go for around another 45 minutes for today's stream. Hello! Psychic! Psychic! Well, that was fun. Hey, Flutterby, you want to take point for a while? TM21... Okay. So we get the item here. Oh. Wow. It's a rare candy. Gee. I can't believe it. Where could we ever possibly hope to find rare candies? Alright, Gust should be your new stab. I'm genuinely scared of Raticate. Open Mouth, you want to take this one? Okay, no you don't. You want to sleep. That's fine. Pidgey, go for your flying. Cool. Black glasses. Not good. Awakening on Open Mouth. Some super potions. There we go. Max Ether. TM49, we found a snatch. Seems a little inappropriate, but, you know, best not to draw attention to it. And as long as I don't draw attention to it, no one will think about the fact that snatch could be a euphemism for vagina, and it won't feel awkward. So nobody draw attention to the fact that snatch can be a euphemism for vagina, okay? Let's just not bring that up. And this can remain a wholesome stream without anything weird going on. Hello, sir. Cool. Alright, we found some drugs. Drugs are good. Moonstone. We got Taunt. Genuinely a great move to have. Okay. Here. And then here. And then here for the item. Super Potion. Cool. Reset the area. Okay. And here and here. And one Hyper Potion. Alright. Grimer. Very good. Good work, Flutterby. Moving on. Rattata. Okay. Raticate actually makes me nervous against Flutterby. There we go. Okay. So, B1F. There we go. Yes, I know. Held items are a thing I can do. I'm gonna be alright. I'll put on held items before I fight against Koga. Since hopefully that can mitigate some confusion and poison and sleep and whatnot. Alright, let's go fight Giovanni, get the Sylphs to go. And then, Cole, it'll be your turn for a ghost, I believe. Or whatever I happen to find in the, Lavender Town Tower. Hello! Okay, actually don't want to deal with Sand Slash right now. I know he said he wants to skip it, but I'm going to give another opportunity right now. Just in case it changes his mind. Magnitude... That was a surprisingly rough fight. Where I think the only place I know where we can find Dodrio is like in outside of Fuchsia City. All right, Giovanni, let's do this. I also don't know if we're gonna get to that today. We'll just have to wait and see. Kangaskhan. Okay, that Mega Punch hurt like hell. Holy crap, he nearly killed Forearms. The cycling road, the route next to us, we're using that route for Snorlax. Or I suppose we could try the Snorlax south of us. That's a possibility. Okay. There we go. Alright, we got the Silph Scope. Is that Snorlax actually on... I think that Snorlax... Yeah, it should be fine. Alright. Okay. In that case, it's time for a rival battle. Yeah, I know there's two Snorlaxes. I want to make sure that we don't, waste routes, is all. Hello. Alright, so I definitely killed this guy's rat. Okay, he has a Gyarados. I did not at all remember that that guy had a Gyarados. Execute, that's fine. Pidgey can handle this. There we go. Kadabra. Let's have Payday handle this. Very good. And finally that leaves Charmeleon. We'll give that to Forearms. And a Magnitude 10, that is an absolute crushing. Hello. Alright. You know, it's kind of like a major plot point here in Pokemon Red, Blue, Green, Yellow that, like, all of these channelers, like, these actual, like, professional experts in exorcism and the occult are not able to identify the ghosts here. Which, in retrospect, seems kind of silly. Alright, Noob. You will get to pick the name for our Ghastly. Assuming that I am able to capture it. Flutterby probably doesn't kill it with a Gust. God damn it. Okay, well... never mind, I hit it with the weakest move my team was capable of doing, and we knocked it out. So, no ghosts for me. Damn it. Well, if it helps you feel any better, I do believe this means that you will get to name a Snorlax. Assuming I can catch a Snorlax. Let's actually gain a few levels down here. Hello. Yes, I wanted to name the Lax. Okay. Good. See, it all works out. Good work, Flutterby. Just catch it. I will do my best, but it is also strong enough that it is a genuine threat to my team, and I will kill it before I allow it to knock out my Pokemon. Okay, Flutterby's getting hurt again. That's fine. Okay. There we go. Next. Okay, confusion and magnitude. Well, that solves that problem. Alright, so that's going to be our Snorlax. I think ending on Snorlax might be the best way to end today's episode. So let's go ahead and clear up the tower as quickly as we can. And then we'll go in to fight Snorlax. It's gonna be a genuine challenge to handle Snorlax. And I believe we also have to be on the lookout for, I think it's a level 30 Marowak that we end up having to fight before we get to the level with all the rocket trainers. Got a name for Snorlax? Excellent. I will put in my absolute best efforts to handle Snorlax. But I cannot promise you that it's going to work out. But I will try. Cool. We got a cleanse tag. We're fully healed. Okay, we're still able to take out Haunters in a single turn. There we go. You know, real talk, since I'm going to be, like, skipping most of the trainers that you encounter after getting Surf, this might genuinely be a 3-stream series. Like, that's an actual possibility. Well, I mean, Fire Red. Obviously, then we go on to the next game. Alright, let's go. Psybeam! Hell yes! Okay, Flutterby just got so much damn stronger. Screw you! Psybeam! Oh, I don't know why I went for Psybeam there. Okay, Payday. How about a bite? Cool. Psybeam! 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 What if just, you know, lose? Well, then I lose. In that case, we still move on to Pokemon. If I lose, we still move on to Pokemon Soul Silver. And we still have all the Pokemon we have here locked out. No restart? I would really prefer not to. I would prefer not to have to establish that, because I'm genuinely going to be making it harder. No reattempts, lame-o sauce. Well, tough shit. Cole, for your sake, since we are going to be doing Snorlax on the other route, we will attempt to capture a Pokemon here. Cole, it might be your lucky day. Okay. Payday is, I think, the weakest move I have access to. Yeah, it's just 40 power. No, but it's also stab. Pursuit is the weakest move I have access to. Okay. Let's get this guy. Pokeball, go! Cole! Name it after me. You want me to name it Cole? I can name the Doduo Cole. Okay. There we go. We have Cole the Doduo. So that's probably a good luck sign. That probably means that everything is going to go fine with Snorlax. So let's take a look at my various options here. Opening with Fish is probably the best possible thing I can do. It's got really good stats, and it's even going to be able to drop an Intimidate on it. I could potentially keep swapping in and out to Fish in order to keep stacking Intimidates. Do you have Power Move? I don't know what you are referring to. Persian is going to be out. Fish is coming in. Powder. Yeah, I do have Stun Spore. You're at 52 and 97. You are at 81 and 40. Okay. We're also going to take out Open Mouth, and we're going to put in Solar. Okay. So, Persian is being swapped with Ivysaur. And then Dugtrio has been swapped with Gyarados. There we go. Okay. This is the team. Okay, I want to be very careful about this. Okay. Well, the problem is that it's going to be resting on itself. So, we're definitely going to open with Fish. Save? Doesn't matter if I save. Either I get it, I don't, or I wipe. Those are the only three outcomes. And none of them allow me to pick up after a save. But I do have an idea. Nope, not that one. Okay. There we go. If we make... Alright, if we open with Fish, and then we switch into Flutterbee, and we boost up Flutterbee... No, okay. We will open with Fish, and we will wait for it to use Rest. After it uses Rest, we will switch to Flutterbee, and we will drop our first X Defend. And I believe that will make it impossible for it to kill Flutterbee even with a crit. And then after it wakes up, we will drop a Stun Spore, and we will use Flutterbee to whittle it down and keep it hurt. And depending on how much damage is being done, we may use other X Defends and X Specials in order to make sure that it can effectively damage it quickly while also mitigating how much damage it takes itself. Crits ignore stat changes. I know crits do, but regular attacks will not. Every turn we spend healing is going to be a turn of PP that it is exhausting. So we want to make sure that we are taking as little damage as possible, and that means the X Defends. And I've got some Paralyze heals. So I think we're ready to move on. This is going to be the last fight of the day. This is it, okay? Stream is going to end after the Snorlax fight, however it goes. And even though it will make no difference, I will follow the advice and I will save. Alright. It's time. So, we are opening with Fish and a Dragon Rage. Alright. And so the fight begins. That Hypno's a little off-center. There we go. Okay. We're also opening with the Intimidate, which is also going to aid with the strategy. Dragon Rage does exactly 40 damage regardless. So this thing can soak multiple Dragon Rages. Okay, it goes for a Yawn. That's fine. We go for one more Dragon Rage. That puts it into red. Okay. Do I switch now? No, I do not. Okay, headbutt. That's fine. We're just gonna burn another super. Alright. I am waiting for it to rest so that I can get a safe switch. Honestly, we can just waste the turns where nothing is needed to be done by throwing balls. Okay, there's the rest. Perfect. Oh, you absolute ass. Okay, it had a berry. Oh my god, wake up. Thank you. Good. Alright, it goes for Snore. Another Dragon Rage. It goes for Yawn. That's fine. Ball. Okay. Alright, I'm asleep. Noob, what is the name of our Snorlax? That is huge. Also, it's good for the run. That was kind of nerve-wracking, to be honest. Woo! Name it Beelzebub. Okay. Beelzebub. Alright. Pretty sure that is the typical spelling of Beelzebub. Yes, it is. Beelzebub, roughly meaning Lord of the Flies. An incorrect approximation of the term Balzabul, meaning Lord of the Temple. Alright, that went absolutely perfectly. So, oh, come on, controller. So the very last thing we're going to do for today is take out the other Snorlax. Just so we can have this route open. I hate this thing. Wait, I'm faster. Okay. There we go. And we are set. Alright. So, thank you all so much for coming to today's stream. This was tremendous fun. Yes, I am saving. And then on top of the game saving, we are also going to drop a quick save as a backup. So, thank you all so much for being here today. This was a great episode. This went so much better than last time. I am so happy about all of this. Yeah, so next week, Saturday, we will be continuing this Nuzlocke. There is a real possibility that we could actually finish this Nuzlocke on Saturday. I mean, I know we have 4 badges, but we have access to the 2 cities. Well, we have access to one of the 2 cities with a badge. The other one is just down the road. As soon as we attempt one of them, we're able to get our Pokemon up to level 43, which is honestly going to steamroll almost everything. Cinnabar is easily reached. We don't have to spend a lot of time worrying about the route. And I think it's 2 more. I really think we get through this like relatively quick. Especially because like I know how to do the Silphco headquarters very easily. So, alright, and then of course tomorrow, as usual, the RPG Maker stream, the weekly tradition, and at some point this next week, Monday or Tuesday, yeah, Strength and Surf from the Safari Zone, that's easy. At some point on this next week, probably Monday or Tuesday, we'll have our final stream of Donkey Kong 64. Tactics Ogre Reborn continues to be the daily series, but there's also going to be Silk Song coming up. After starting Silk Song on stream, and then spending several weeks not playing Silk Song, I have been recording it again, and I've been having an absolutely great time. So, I believe that's everything I had to say, and I We'll see you all on the next one. It is time to make the sound to summon the end of the stream. Wow, 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 wow.